AlphaOmegaSin64 asked me what are my thoughts on computer gaming, and right now it's just changed so drastically, especially compared to the 90s, when from the 90s into like 2000 and everything, there were tons of games that were on computers that could never be made on consoles for any reason. And then everything changed once consoles got up to speed and they could start going online all the time. They could get updates, they could allow for mouse and keyboards to be plugged in to, basically give you the same exact experience. And that changed it a whole lot. That and piracy. Piracy changed computer gaming drastically because most people were just getting the games for free and playing them. Blizzard, they fought against it quite a bit, so did Valve, which is a really good thing. I'm really glad, because I kind of hate whenever that happens. Granted, it's nice to get games for free, but it also sucks because those same developers and publishers, they're not seeing a dime from it. So if they don't see any money from it and everybody was doing it, then they could never make another one of those games, and their servers and shit will shut down, and pretty much they just go out of business, and that's really about it. And that kind of just fucks up the gaming community, unfortunately. So it's kind of a balancing act of, do I want this game for free because I can't afford it and I really want to play it? Or do I want to cough up the money for it and pretty much be fucking broke? But that's up to the individual. But as it stands right now, it seems like console gaming is keeping a pretty good pace with PC gaming for the most part. Granted, consoles can't be updated hardware-wise nearly as often as computers for obvious reasons, but the fact that the games on there pretty much can be easily ported definitely helps. So, I mean, I've kind of edged away from PC gaming within the past, I don't know how many years, and that's because consoles pretty much have more exclusives. They just have more shit all around. So, and that's where most people are gaming nowadays. So yeah, unfortunately, if PC gaming doesn't have something done soon, it's going to end up going extinct as it stands right now. Not quickly, but slowly and painfully, probably. Cool Trainer Soma asked me if I could write the story to the next Devil May Cry, what would it be about? Ignoring the reboot, obviously, because we don't want to have Dante looking like a meth head who has never showered before and has never eaten a fucking sandwich because he weighs 16 whole fucking pounds. But let's just ignore that, because I already made a video about that. If I got to write it, I would bring Virgil back in a heartbeat, because Virgil was fucking awesome. Do you hear me, Capcom? Virgil's awesome. Bring him back. Quit being fuckers. Okay, anyway. But no, Virgil, yeah, he would definitely come back. I don't know. I think I would allow it so that Virgil would end up being a playable character from the start, and they would have two completely branching, stories. And ultimately, they would come back at the end, and I'd somehow bring Sparta himself, Dante's dad, back, and he would somehow be I don't know, I'm going out on a limb here, mind you. Sparta would end up being possessed by some kind of fucking demon who's evil, like Satan or something, there you go. And basically brings back, Sparta himself, and Dante and Virgil are the only ones who are, fucking strong enough to fight him. And that'd be pretty cool. I would play it. So yeah, that's what I would like to see happen. Mind you, this is all off the top of my head, so it's not like I put in a bunch of fucking thought into it, but I think that sounds pretty cool. So yeah, maybe that will happen. Dead Zombie 95 asked me, out of the current three consoles, the PS3, 360, and Wii, which one do I prefer? And ultimately, I would have to say, ooh, this is gonna be hard. It's not the Wii, sorry to say it, but it's a toss-up between the 360 and PS3. So the PS3 I wasn't a very big fan of at the beginning because it didn't have many titles to begin with. It was very overpriced, and Blu-ray was still kind of, and we don't know if it's happening. But now Blu-ray obviously did win that war, and there's a lot of really good exclusives for the PS3. It's finally gotten its online network up and running. It's got a decent amount of games. The 360 has the online component, also has a fuck ton of games for it. So many more than the other two. It's amazing. It has a lot of exclusives. The Xbox Live Arcade is reason enough for me to say it's awesome, because there's so many kick-ass games on there. Like Shadow Complex. Goddamn, that game's fucking cool. But still, yeah, it's pretty much a toss-up between those. I can't really pick sides, because as a true-to-heart gamer, I don't really align myself with any console. I align myself with the games. That's really it. So wherever the games are at, that's where I'm going to be. So if your console has no games, then I could give a shit less that it exists. Ha! So yeah, ultimately it would have to be with one of those. I know that it's not a very great answer because I'm sure you're like, no, damn it, pick one, but I can't. I really can't. Because I play both of them pretty frequently, even though my 360's banned, which sucks so fucking much. But I'm just gonna wait to get one of the new 360s. So yeah, I'm all about those two consoles. They're pretty awesome. The Luketron asked me, have I ever played Eternal Darkness? Fuck yeah, I have. Dude, that game is like a mind fuck and a half. The downside to it, they never made another. Like, just imagine what they can do with, like, their current crop of console. Oh wait, no, it's on the Wii. Okay, maybe they can't do a whole lot, because the Wii isn't much stronger than a fucking GameCube, so, but still, yeah, ultimately, I would love to see another Eternal Darkness. I loved all the shit that they did with it, because they really fucked with your head. You know, the best one was when the game looked like it reset, and it was back at the main menu. And I was just like, what the fuck? Oh, okay, I see what you did there, haha. So yeah, Eternal Darkness, really fucking cool game. Please, Nintendo, make another one of those games. I might have to make a video about that now. Nair BZ Aid, I'm sorry, I don't even know how to say your name, so I'm trying my best there, but anyway, ask me what the intro song to my video is. And it is actually a cover. The band that does it is called Sword of Justice. They're a Japanese speed metal band that do video game covers. Also, they are not very well known, and they should be, because they're fucking awesome. But the song that they're covering is from a pinball game called Devil's Crush. It was on TurboGrafx 16, and whenever you're playing it, it just had one of the coolest fucking songs I had ever heard. And I found out somebody did a cover of it, and that's how it sounded, and I was like, holy shit, this is fucking great. And I had to use it, because it's a video game song, and it's a heavy metal song. So yeah, combine those together and you got me, a metalhead gamer. So yeah, that's the song. If you can find it, download it. Sandman of Chaos asked me, am I getting Pokemon Black and White? Definitely. I've gotten pretty much every Pokemon since like Red and Blue, so yeah, I have to get those. I haven't really fucked around with like the Pokemon Ranger series though, but I will sooner or later when I get around to it. And then also asked me if penguins will be taking over Mars with nuclear ice cream. Yeah, I could see that happening. Zig1235 asked me about what I think of Suda51's Shadow of the Dam coming out. Pretty much anytime Suda51's involved in something, I take note of it because the guy is very, very creative. He's clever in general, and I appreciate that. Anybody that's willing to like do something completely different in games, you get my attention immediately. As for the composer of Silent Hill leaving, I mean, it does suck. But the thing is, most of the recent Silent Hills, in my opinion, have sucked. Granted, anybody can disagree with me and say, well, this has this and this and this. And yeah, they do have their good points, but the thing is, they are not nearly as good as Silent Hill 1 or 2 or even 3. You know, ever since Silent Hill 4, I've just been, you know, thinking they're going downhill steadily. So yeah, for the music to be changed, that is going to blow, because Silent Hill had very, very atmospheric music. So yeah, hopefully they get somebody that can do justice to that series. Quite a few of you have actually asked me if I'm getting Fallout New Vegas. I will get it eventually. I'm actually going to be getting the Game of the Year edition, so I can run straight through, because I haven't beaten any of the expansions at all. Which will sound nuts to most people, because I do like Fallout a bunch. It's just, I have so many fucking games to play. It's so hard to find the time to really get into half the shit. So as for New Vegas, I will be getting it. By the time I'll get it, everybody will have beaten the game like 8 times or some shit. So yeah, yeah, I'll be getting it.